Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lot of important information to go over for any crypto investors about what's going on in the market. We got some good news, we also got some bad news. So if you enjoy this sort of short form, concise, no BS content that doesn't waste either of our time, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to try and keep this one quick. So overall crypto market right now is sitting at a $2.2 trillion market cap, and we've been seeing Bitcoin's price really just consolidate over the last couple of weeks between $46,000 and $48,000 per coin. Yes, we are seeing a lot of red in the market, but some of our picks in our private member community have been up significantly still over the last couple of weeks. Some like Polygon, some like SOUL, some like Cadena are still up significantly over the last couple of weeks. Right now, the bad news, let's get that out of the way. So the bad news with the overall market is that Bitcoin's net exchange flows have flipped bearish, meaning that we saw inflows to exchanges. And while on the surface, this looks bad because this is showing us that people are moving money back to exchanges and potentially wanting to sell it, because the only reason you move Bitcoin to exchanges is to sell it. While this may look bad on the surface, the good news here is that really a lot of this had to do with the end of December. A lot of people looking to have potentially some tax harvesting where they were selling off some of their positions. Some people looking to readjust their portfolios. But ultimately, a lot of this, and the reason I think we saw some inflows onto exchanges at the end of the year, was simply because people were trying to make some adjustments in their portfolio, make some adjustments for taxes, and that is why we saw some Bitcoin come back to exchanges. So that was the bad news, what people are portraying as, this is bearish, we should be worried. But in reality, I think this was overall more of a macro event of people just readjusting, tax harvesting, and things like that. Now on to the good news though. A lot of good news with the overall market. And the first thing is with regard to Bitcoin illiquid supply. What we're seeing is that Bitcoin illiquid supply keeps going up. And historically, as we see this supply keep rising, Bitcoin's price typically follows. We typically see Bitcoin's price follow this illiquid supply. You can see throughout the last couple of years, this has always been the case. When we see Bitcoin's illiquid supply drop, well, we see Bitcoin's price drop. When we see the illiquid price rise, well then, when we see the illiquid supply rise, we see Bitcoin's price rise. So we're seeing the same exact thing happen right now, where Bitcoin's illiquid supply has officially crossed above its price, meaning that it's just a matter of time before we really see the price take off. We see Bitcoin, catch back up to that, see a bit of a breakout happen. Next thing with good news though is also going to be with Bitcoin hash rate. So right now, Bitcoin hash rate has officially hit a new all-time high ever since we saw all of that drama going on in China. And the good news here is that historically, when we see is Bitcoin hash rate continue to rise, it obviously means that people are very bullish on Bitcoin. There's more and more Bitcoin miners getting into the space, and that they're simply adding more and more computational power and buying more machines, betting more on Bitcoin long term. Because as you see this hash rate increase, it basically just means that the computational power, the more machines, more Bitcoin miners are being used. It just means that more people are mining Bitcoin. And when you see that happen, that means that people are bullish on it long term. Companies are investing millions, if not billions of dollars into purchasing more equipment for mining Bitcoin, and this is only a good sign for the market. And it's also good to see that we have seen a full recovery after the bans coming out of China. Last thing going on with the market, which is also good news, is going to be with regard to Crypto Fear and Greed Index and a couple of technical indicators. So right now, Crypto Fear and Greed Index is in that fear category, and whenever we have seen it in this fear category, it usually indicates that we are somewhere near the bottom and right about to break out. Historically, what we have seen, like from example, from May of 2021 to about July of 2021, we saw it in that fear to extreme fear territory before breaking out. So right now we're in that same exact range, and historically, all we need is to see this Crypto Fear and Greed Index break back above 40. And when we see it break above 40, that would be a sign that another rally is yet to come. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be with tech dev, with technical indicators. What we're seeing is that a lot of people are bearish on crypto because we broke below this trend line. And because we broke below this trend line, people are saying, well, now this upward trend is over, the bull market is over, and we are only going to see prices continue to drop. But the key thing here is two key things. Right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin's price is still hovering at that 1.472 Fibonacci level, which is a good sign. We have not yet broken below it, which is a very bullish sign. Second thing is when we look at 2011, 2013 bull market, we can see the exact same thing happen, that we did break below this upward trend line in 2011 and 2013 when we saw the bull market. So everyone says, well, this time, this is confirmed that we are entering a bear market, but that's not the case, because if you compare it to what has happened historically, we have seen the exact same pattern happen in 2013. We've seen the exact same pattern happen before going on to rally to new record highs. So if you look at technical indicators, right now, there are some things to be a bit concerned about, but overall, charts are still mimicking the exact same price movements of previous cycles and previous bull markets. So anyways, that's what's going on with the market. Quickly, I want to touch on 2 or 3 altcoins that we've been looking at recently, one of which is going to be Cadena. Cadena's price has come down a bit as of recently, but still when we issued our buy alert in our private member community, it is still up, and I am still very bullish on this project. Second coin is going to be Soul, S-O-U-L. Soul is Phantasma. We talked about this. We issued a buy alert in our private member community exactly 1 week ago when it was at $2.56 per coin. Since then, we've seen the price rise just about 30 to 40%. So done very well, and I'm expecting this one to continue to rise. I think it easily could 3-4x in the next couple of months very, very quickly. Last coin is going to be with Polygon. Polygon has seen some big movements as of lately, and even though the price has come down from that high we saw just a week ago, even though the price has come down, it is still up from that $1.80 per coin number where we issued our buy alert just a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. If you look at the charts for Polygon, it was at $1.80 really not too long ago. You can look just on December 17th, about 2 weeks ago. So right now, I'm still very bullish on Polygon because as Ethereum continues to grow, I'm expecting more and more people to shift over to Ethereum. So that's what's going on in the market. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.